talk like this?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So, how many of you have ever shopped at the dollar store? Hands up.
Oh, come on.
All right.
Everything.
Right? Okay. How many of you have ever shopped at the $100 store? So that is the store where you would not be able to walk out without dropping a couple $100. Hands up. It's a different store for everyone.
Target.
I hear lots of. Mine is Sam's Club because I have 5 children, and so Sam's Club for me is my multi-$100 store. So when I leave Sam's Club, they're not greeting me at the door or saying goodbye to me at the door and saying, here's a free gift for you for shopping and spending all that money with us, right? Does Target give you free money and say, here, thanks for shopping today, have a free gift? Do they do that? No. So,
How much money did I spend?
I should have small stock.
So when you spend $75 tonight, we are going to be able to give you a free gift to choose from. You actually get a choice tonight. Isn't that great? Yay! You get a free gift! So, and every month that changes. So this month, you can't see way back in the back, but this month we have scrapers for free, and there are 3 different sizes. And I'll tell you why I love these scrapers. They do not stain like some of the other scrapers you might have. Who has ever left a scraper, a spatula beside the heat source and it kind of melts into the stove? Yeah. These are heat resistant, so they're not going to melt on your stove. And they're dishwasher safe, and actually they get into all the like cracks and crevices. So great tool, you're gonna use this all the time in your kitchen. So I'll say that and you can look over that later. I also do several theme shows. So I do a fajitas and margaritas theme show where we make 15-minute rush hour fajitas and skinny margaritas. It's lots of fun. We do a fast and fresh weeknight meals party where we do, I just started a new recipe. It's a roasted chicken and asparagus recipe all made in one pot. And for dessert, we do a decadent strawberry shortcake. And all of these are super easy to clean up. Okay? I also offer something many people may not offer, a Cooking with Kids class. So if you have a child and their friends who maybe you would like to introduce some healthier foods into their lives, it is proven that if kids get their hands on and help in the kitchen, that they're going to be more interested in eating the foods that they're cooking. So this is a great thing to offer your children to get them interested in the kitchen. And as fall approaches, I'm also offering a soup and slippers party. And that's enough said, right? You can just imagine how wonderful that is. So I also do fundraisers. And instead of getting the free and discounted products when you host your own party, you actually get a check for the organization that you're passionate about in place of those free products. Okay, so I heard a few of you shared about your favorite places to shop. Just shout out like maybe 2 or 3 of your favorite stores, not necessarily your $100 store, just favorite stores. Kohl's. What is it?
Kohl's.
Kohl's. Anything else? Okay.
Pottery Barn.
Okay, so as I talk about some coupons, I want you to keep in mind, I do this a little bit different at my parties, but because we're short on time today, I'm kind of trying to roll it into one. So imagine that these coupons are for that store, and think about the possibility of, let's say, Kohl's or Crate and Barrel giving all of these coupons to you just because you're a frequent shopper. It doesn't happen. So, okay, so when you host a party with Pampered Chef, so one of these fun themes, these are your benefits. Okay, so we're going to go through and talk about this. So if I'm going to give you, I'm going to use you because you're real close. So I'm going to get, and I do this at my parties with actual coupons. So you actually, most of my hosts earn between $100 and $200 in free products. That's for you. just for hosting. Also, up to 5 half-price items. So if you're at Kohl's, do you think you can find 5 things that you might want half off if I gave you 5 half-off coupons?
Yep.
Yeah? All right. Also, everything else in your cart with Pampered Chef would be 30%, up to 30% off the day that you do your shopping. So could you find something else at Kohl's for 30% off if I gave you that coupon? And for the next year, when you go to Kohl's, how about 10% off everything you buy? So that's what Pampered Chef does. 10% off for the next year if you're a host. Okay, and then, so let's say Kohl's set out a table with some of their most frequently purchased items on it. Would you at least go back and take a look at those items and see if there's something on that table that you might want that's 60% off? Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
60% off, people, that's more than half off. So Pampered Chef does that as well. So every month the host specials change, and I'm going to tell you in a minute about next month's special, but you get to pick an item 60% off if you like. Okay, and then if you take a friend with you to Kohl's, or if you go along with that friend to Kohl's next time, because you brought them with you, you get a buddy pass. So you actually get to get 50% off when you go with your buddy. So if somebody books a party off of your Pampered Chef party, you get to purchase an item 50% off from their party. Isn't that great? All right. So you have a handful there. So can you guys kind of get a sense of how that would work? Normally I would do that coupon activity first about Kohl's and then talk about Pampered Chef's discounts, but I kind of just needed to roll that into one. So then they have a handful of coupons that they're shopping with at Kohl's, and we apply it to the Pampered Chef shopping. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. The last thing I want to do before I go is to show you our host specials for October. And actually, in the month of October, those 60% off items you get to choose from are from our select cookware. And Sarah was talking about some of those tools earlier, actually. So our rock crocks are in there, our quick cooker, and our stainless steel skillet. So she gave you a little bit of information about those before. But as your party qualifies, you get to choose one of those at 60% off. So
That's awesome.
all right.